My 16F alcoholic father, 45 meters, was extremely intoxicated and threatened to beat my mother's 46F face in. I called the police on him, and now I'm being guilted. My father is a chronic alcoholic who has laid his hands on me before, and although he denies ever touching me, partly because he can't remember, has hit and bruised me once whilst intoxicated. My father often drinks alcohol and we've known him to be a horrible alcoholic. He has never hit my mother as far as I'm aware. They argue constantly, but he raises his voice and today he said verbatim, "Do you want me to bash your D******************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************Himself and my mother were downstairs. So I called the police. I told them my father was drunk and belligerent and threatening abuse. However, when the officer came, he put a smile on and said that nothing was wrong and the officer left. Afterwards he stomped upstairs to scream at me about how horrible of a daughter I am and how he has never laid a hand on any of his family. He got aggressive and angry and yelled while my 9-year-old brother was screaming. He said, "Remember how you called the police on your father when you need driver's edition?" For background, I've been asking for driver's ed for a year now because I graduate this year. He also said, "Remember how you called the police on your own father when you need money for college?" I went into my room and cried. He left. Then a neighbor called the police again because they heard him yelling. The police came once more and my father claimed it was all a misunderstanding. They left. Now I'm afraid my privileges and rights are going to be taken away because I was worried for my mother's safety. Did I do the wrong thing? You did the right thing. Imagine if you had chosen not to act because you were thinking about your rights and privileges and the worst had happened. Now for the comments. By calling the police, you created a record. Your neighbor also added to that by calling, so there is a police record that 2 calls were made from 2 separate households on the same night because your father was behaving in a threatening and abusive manner. Your dad can call this a misunderstanding all he wants, but that record is there. Start writing down every abusive instance you can think of. Every threat, i.e., "Do you want me to bash your F*************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************** call, raising a fist. Add dates and times. Keep this evidence safe and somewhere your father cannot access it. Investigate whether your local police branch has an advocate for domestic violence sufferers. If they don't, look up domestic violence support groups in your area and reach out to them for advice. I would love to say, go straight to the police, but unfortunately sometimes the police are useless or can indirectly cause more harm than good. You want to talk to someone whose profession it is to help people escape abuse. He has never hit my mother as far as I'm aware. They argue constantly, but he raises his voice and today he said verbatim, "Do you want me to bash your ducking head in?" Earlier this year, a man in my country killed his wife and 3 children by setting their car on fire with them in it. When neighbors tried to help them, he threatened them with a knife because he wanted his wife to die a slow and painful death. He had never physically harmed a member of his family before this date, but it didn't stop him from committing this heinous crime. Now I'm afraid my privileges and rights are going to be taken away because I was worried for my mother's safety. Did I do the wrong thing? You did the right thing. Imagine if you had chosen not to act because you were thinking about your rights and privileges and the worst had happened. Oh my god, why did I look up that news story you mentioned? My god, people can be horrible. Please don't hesitate to call the police again and follow the advice of people here. Also, you can get in contact with child services that will get the wheels moving to getting you and your mom to a safer position. But do not tell your dad about it, I don't think. You did the right thing. The thing is, your father is in control and he might punish you for things that are not beneficial to him. Hope you're happy. So very disappointed. Is presumably very disappointed to have an alcoholic abusive father who then tries to guilt her for responding correctly to this situation. Op's dad isn't disappointed. He's scared. Scared that other people might see the real him and that he had to lie and pretend to the police to avoid them doing so. Can I add that, if he could control himself when the police were there, if he can control himself in front of the rest of the world, it proves he can bloody control himself. That his treatment of your family behind closed doors isn't some seeing red rage that takes him over. It's a man in control choosing to do that to you. You did the right thing, but the police officer didn't. He should take the situation more seriously and ask more questions to know if you and your family will be in security after the intervention. Maybe your father is mad at you, but I'm sure that your mother is proud of you for wanting to protect her. Don't feel guilty. Don't let anyone make you feel guilty. Don't let your dad make you feel guilty, and don't let any family, including your mom, make you feel guilty. I wish I'd had the courage to do what you did when it was happening in my family. M23F. It was a long time ago. The way he is acting is not normal, and you don't have to put up with it just because he's your dad. You did the right thing, and I'm proud of you. I know I'm an internet stranger, but I really mean it. You did exactly as you should. I have an alcoholic parent and I wish I had called the cops. They escalate the drunker they get, and the madder they get. You did the right thing. You should look into escape options just in case. And if it escalates, never hesitate to call the cops and tell a teacher or school counselor. They are mandated reporters and have to help. You absolutely did the right thing. An alcoholic has a warped sense of reality. I was in a very similar situation while growing up. Please reach out if you need someone to talk to about this. As someone who is now in her 30s, it will get better, but it is a hell of a journey to get there. You did the right thing. The thing is, your father is in control, and he might punish you for things that are not beneficial to him. If he's acting wrong, bad for him would be the right thing. Life doesn't care about fairness/justice. To life, pain and happiness is equal. It's just that pain doesn't feel nice to you. All your feelings are valid. Take care of yourself and those you love. It's better to suffer for doing the right thing than for doing a wrong thing, even though suffering for doing good feel way worse. I'm so sorry for the tough spot you are in. You did nothing to deserve this, and you will get through this. It is obvious that you're a highly intelligent young person with a strong moral compass. Never hesitate to call or reach out for help if you feel there is danger. You can reach out to school or police as you did. If you are able to finish strong in school, that could help get you out of the house, if that is your goal. Comment here or PM me if you want more information on that. Others are right about your father. He is probably scared and feeling threatened. It appears your neighbor is worried about your family as well, so that may be useful for you. You did nothing wrong. Your father was the one who did wrong by threatening domestic violence. This is a lot to deal with, and it's okay to cry and be sad. If you ever need support, one place you can go is the school. Again, you could let your teacher know you need to speak to a counselor, and that should get things moving. Record him screaming and yelling. I would ask for help from a guidance counselor or teacher at school. You absolutely did the right thing. Write everything he has done down. I hope you're okay, Opus. You did nothing wrong. This is what abusers do. They try to manipulate people into accepting abuse. You have every right to protect yourself and other people. Keep a record of everything he says and does, including his texts. I suggest getting a special email that you don't stay logged into to send your records in case he takes your phone. Keep calling the police. If he is ranting, you can call 911 so they can hear him in the background. Please don't give up. You might want to think about getting your mom out of that house real fast, or make real concrete plans for that eventuality. Words turn to fists real fast with alcoholics. You need to keep yourself as safe as possible, but I would love for you to tell him you'll remember when he's elderly and needs help, but both his children hate him. /you/shelf living has some good advice, but I just wanted to reiterate that you did the right thing. I hope life gets a lot better for you when you're older and can make a life for yourself away from him. You did the right thing. Your father is an abuser, and abusers excel at making their victims feel guilty. This is exactly what he's doing. That was a stand-up move, protecting your mom from this coward. Solid. Stay strong. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button and activate the notification bell for more videos. Also like the video if you enjoy it.